Good evening, Bahamas. You're tuned into MB12 Weekend, broadcasting from Cable 12 Studios on Robinson Road. Coming up tonight in news, Junkanoo groups bring a splash of color to Bay Street. This is the Prime Minister applauds a more efficient parade. Police reporting a murder and an alleged suicide overnight, plus the Salvation Army planning for a better year in 2016. I'm Paige McCartney. We've got those stories and more straight ahead on MB12 Weekend. Welcome once again to MB12. The 2015 Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade kicked off on Christmas night with highly anticipated performances and a possible new addition to the Junkanoo Parade. Our Simone Davis was there to catch all the action.
Despite reports of ticket sales being down this year, the bleachers were filled with Junkanoo fans who came out to watch their favorite group put on a show. First out the gate were the Music Makers, who placed fifth in the B group category in last year. After them were the Congos, followed by the Saxons. The Saxons brought a crowd-rocking performance under the theme Alien Invasion as they brought the galaxy to the Bahamas. The group also had a guest appearance by the My Islands in the Sun singer Erica Lady E. Simonet, who helped get the crowd hype for their show-stopping performance. The Saxons were followed by Colors, who also brought this special performance. Then came One Family, the reigning champions of last year's Boxing Day Parade, with hopes to take first place once again this year. The group brought Japan to the Bahamas. Up next were the Valley Boys with their theme that represented peace and love, who rocked the crowd. Junkanoo fans were excited to be celebrating again this year as they cheered on their favorite groups.
Warriors!
What do you expect from them?
Oh, we're going to take this home this morning, honey. I'm just sorry I'm on this side of the barricade and not over there. It over! It over! Watch it!
Valley Boy for life.
What was your favorite part of the night?
Huh?
What was your favorite part of the night so far?
This song so far? Valley Boys. Valley Boys for life.
I thank God for this group, One Family right here. It gave me a reason to come and to watch Junkanoo.
So you really think they can take home the crown, defending champions? Think they will win?
If the judges be fair.
But those were not the only groups lighting up Bay Street. Although Exodus and the Prodigal Sons were noticeably absent from this year's parade, a new group also entered the Junkanoo family by the name of the Genesis Warhawks, who came to show Bay Street what they're all about. Reporting for NB12, I'm Simone Davis.
Prime Minister Perry Christie was also enjoying the festivities of the Boxing Day Parade and said he feels like the parade was much better than last year's.
Given the fact that I complained strongly last year about the spacing and lack of spacing and lack of movement, boredom, because there were just too many gaps in the parade, this has been a phenomenal improvement. I must say that I've witnessed this and I'm very pleased about it, that they have reorganized themselves and they have every reason to be proud because the gaps have closed considerably. People are not bored having to wait a long time, and clearly it is much more entertaining to the Bahamian people, and given the fact that it's very competitive.
Culture Minister Dr. Danny Johnson said after the many mishaps that occurred during last year's Boxing Day parade, Christie told him that he knows he could do better than that. Johnson said that pushed him to change his strategy in planning the Junkanoo process this year, and it proved to be a major success.
I have to give kudos to our team from Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, the NJC, the JCNP, the police, better communication on everyone's part, the Bahamian public, and we got to agree that the last parade we had was awful. And the Prime Minister told me he knows I could do better than this, and so I engaged myself more with the setup. As you see here today, we got a big screen, LED, we got a live band, we started at 10 o'clock, we're flowing like magic, and everybody is happy.
Well, first-time visitors to the Bahamas said they've never experienced anything like Junkanoo before. Lucas Lenner, who is visiting from Slovakia, said the bright-colored costumes in combination of drums, cowbells, whistles, and trumpets definitely makes them want to come back for the New Year's Day parade.
It's amazing. Like, it's my first time here in Bahamas, first time here in Junkanoo. It's just amazing. Like, the most experiencing stuff was to see all the floats and all the groups, and also like Saxons. They were amazing.
Dominika Lakova, who's also visiting from Slovakia, said she thought she was the only going to enjoy the Bahamian food at Christmas time, but she also got the experience of a lifetime at Junkanoo. She says she'll never forget.
I'm here with my friends, and we just wanted to spend a nice time in Bahamas during the for us winter. The drums. Yes.
Your first time hearing those kinds of drums?
Yeah, and the rhythmic music, it's amazing, it's different.
Well, Johnson also said government has invested more into the Junkanoo parades this year in an effort to improve the cultural industry of the Bahamas.
We've doubled our input into Junkanoo, and that's not just Nassau. The Freeport parades will get extra. I'm going to Green Turtle Key on the 1st of January. The minute this parade is done, I'll be hitting Green Turtle Key. We're doing about 20 parades all around the Family Islands and really getting ourselves geared up for what I would like to see as a year-round cultural industry. Not just one parade, but a year-round cultural industry.
He added that plans are also in place for future parades.
Next year, I'd like to see the New Year's parade become a user-friendly, people-friendly, all-inclusive parade. I'd like to see us try something else with this venue for New Year's. I'm thinking about the Dick Clark drop, when they drop the New Year's ball. We have a big praise and worship set up here, light up the entire square like Times Square, and have a massive event in the square for New Year's. So we just got to keep improving our product. We're out there on the world stage. We got to be world class.
And police are reporting a relatively incident-free night at Junkanoo. Police say the success was due in part to proactive and preventative measures implemented leading up to and during the event. The force is also praising residents and visitors for good behavior and support during what's considered one of the largest cultural events of the year. Well, we'll have details and reaction on the results of the Boxing Day competition in tomorrow's newscast, but JCNP Chairman Silbert Ferguson predicted earlier this week that competition for this particular parade will be especially stiff given the new judging rules.
These groups know that because of the new scoring system that has been in now for 3 years, you could lose these parades by half a point. You cannot make a mistake here. The Roots Junkanoo group that was really great last year, they made a couple of managerial errors on the parade, and they'll tell you it wouldn't happen this year. Okay, the Valley Boys who made an error Boxing Day, they will tell you that ain't gonna happen no more.
Ferguson said it's important not to underestimate smaller B groups from stealing the shine of the larger, more popular groups because of their focus and attention to the technical details of Junkanoo.
That we continue to talk about the 4 big A division groups. I think we have to be very careful of the 2 medium-sized A division groups, the Music Makers and the Prodigal Sons. They are very quiet, and quiet is danger. Okay, so I think we ought to be very careful about these other two groups. Okay, they might upset a couple people. Okay, because they're not far off the pace. They have been in our parades and they have lost the parades by 15 points or so. And if they're able to make that up based on the amount of funding they have to present a proper parade, these two groups could be right in the mix.
Stay with us when MB12 returns. Details of the nation's latest homicide and more from the police. Those stories and more when we come right back.